Speaker, in the boxing world, the youngster normally comes out and says, let's get ready to rumble. In Guyana, we say, a Lebanese fight. But today and tonight, Mr. Speaker, I'm not here to fight. But, you know, when Dr. Campbell, respectfully, the Honorable Dr. Campbell spoke about shadow, and everybody kept telling me I should always begin my speech and talk about the loo. And I couldn't understand what they meant by the loo. And then I just remembered that the loo is a toilet in England. And then the loo meant the leader of the opposition. So this is a new term for me, the loo, as the leader of the opposition. And now the Honorable Lou is not here. Miss Dr. Campbell, the Honorable Dr. Campbell wants to be the shadow. He sat on the Honorable Lou and nothing solid came out. It was all liquid. Oh, come on. Dr. Campbell, I expected a lot more from you. Dr. Campbell, but Mr. Speaker, I want the honor to thank you. I respect you as a mentor. I respect you for your role and your service to this country. 40+ years. I know, I've heard your name, I've seen you, I've known you for decades. And it's a pleasure to represent and speak to you on behalf of the People's Progressive Party Civic. And to the Honorable Dr. Todd, who said we're not in election. The fact we won by a landslide, the people of Guyana voted for us. We have a right to tell them what we will do for them in this budget and what we have done. And that's why they voted for us. And that's why they will continue to vote for us, Mr. Speaker. And I want to first bring to this House the President of Guyana, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, the leader, the visionary, the man of courage, a man of conviction, the man that walks the street, the man that talks to every citizen, the man that sets the pace. And over the last 5 years plus, he has designed an economy that has transformed this country, that my kids, your kids, can raise this flag and be proud of. And he then would have instructed the finance minister, the senior finance minister who has served this country for decades, to present a budget that the honorable ministers, all of them, well educated, well directed, and they put a national budget for our people of this country. And our people of this country deserve this budget. When I listen to this side of the opposition, when I hear Dr. Campbell said we can't support this budget, I don't know how they're going home tonight and tell their young children, you ain't gonna get no money because we don't want you. What would they tell my parents? My mother's going to be 88 years old. You wouldn't get any increase in your pension. How could they do that? How could they do that? How could they tell Dr. Anthony not to build these hospitals? The same APNU that did build the specialty hospital that stopped it. Stopped it. Many people died because they couldn't afford to leave this country. Dr. Anthony is building hospitals across this country, and that is what our people have asked for. Whether it's $10,000 more in the threshold, whether it's money for the pensioners, it is not all about the giveaways. If even I had $1 million more, what would I do with it? I want a better road. I want to drive to that hospital. I want to drive my kids to school. I don't want to walk in long boots. I travel Region 10 and I see the Honorable Solomon is gone. The Bishop and Public Works has built 58. The Honorable Bishop Juan Edgel built 58 kilometers of road. Minister Todd and I went to Victory Valley in 2020, and I can tell you it was the saddest thing we did. We walked through some mud, and we had to help this woman in a wheelchair roll through that mud in Victory Valley in Linden Today, they walk on paved pathways. Today, 𝐃𝐄𝐁𝐄𝐁 drives on roads. Today, the airport is going to be open very soon in 𝐃𝐄𝐁. The president has built across this country, his economic plan, which is by design. He started out with food security, and guess what? He's moved to food dominance. And if you're sitting anywhere in this country listening to me, and you have your young children, and I know we like to talk about education, they talk about 𝐁𝐔𝐃𝐄𝐁. I've got 0 CXC. Sorry to say, Honorable, I failed. I failed common entrance, but I got a second chance, and I proved I can deliver with a second chance. When the president says, not all of us will graduate from gold, but the fact that 40,000 plus is there registered, and more than that, the minister said, is eligible and will be eligible to get free education. And my daughter goes to UG right now for free. The fact they get a second chance. If you didn't good in school, you can become a welder today. We will train you. We will train you to be an operator, a heavy-duty operator. We will train you to be in the Hospitality Institute. We will train you to get into the oil field. That is what our president is doing every single day. And this is what this budget, People First, is doing for us. So when you all, and I can bet, when the vote comes and they ask who is voted for the budget, all of you would say no. And the fact is, you will have to go home to your wife, to your husband, to your children, to tell those people that voted for you, you don't want them to get a better life. We are here, we have delivered over the last 5 years, and we will deliver a transformed economy in the next 5 years. We should be proud. Every single Guyanese listening to me should be proud of where our country is at. When our president travels around the world with the honorable minister, when he meets with global leaders, just recently in Belize, we signed a deal with the private sector of Guyana and the private sector of Belize to build refined sugar. Imagine refined sugar in Guyana. You know what the cost of value of that refined sugar? It is a lot more than the regular sugar. Our private sector is delivering. When you look at investments that have come into this country, investments, the private sector in Guyana has delivered. A lot of the hotels, the minister has opened. Former minister has helped put together, has delivered by the local people. And those talk, Dr. Campbell, the Honorable, talked about cement and quarries. Every time a building goes up, it becomes a purchaser. That building becomes a purchaser. Somebody got to sell the stone. Somebody got to sell the sand. Somebody got to sell the window. Some mason will get work. Some electrician will get work. That is what we are doing for this country. We are creating employment. 104,000, the Minister of Labour talked about. We have reduced unemployment more than half, and we will continue to build this country to the rightful place for everyone in this country. The President talks about energy, that we are now energy dominant. We know we have oil. When we first heard about oil a decade ago, they said 750,000 barrels we will ever get by 2030. Honourable members, citizens, Mr. Speaker, we will have 1.2 million by 2030, and probably a lot more than that. What does that do for Guyana? President said oil is not about Guyana. It's a catalyst that would enable the non-oil sector to produce more energy by building that 300 megawatt plant, by putting out another 300 megawatt plant, by bringing a new pipeline to Berbice. Dr. Campbell, what that would do, by reducing tax on agro-processing and agriculture, what that will do. There's a company called Umami that produces ketchup and pepper. A lot of us buy it in the store. He just told me he's going to be glad to expand his factory. He just signed a deal for Canada. DDL, in partnership, will build the first dairy plant in Guyana, in Mobalissa, in Region 10. And that will bring jobs. We get to buy fresh cow milk. We have a young chap from Canada that came back from Bahia producing beautiful cow milk in bottles. That is what Guyana is about. It is about for us, our people. And when our people get better jobs, they make more money. When the minister talks about housing and 40,000 new homes, imagine the contractors that will get to build, the quarries that will be able to sell. We've got people now looking at how to build drains, concrete drains with molds. The president has announced that every single village across this country will get drains. Why will you not approve a budget like that? Why would you not help the Minister of Local Government recycle every garbage in our country and build those plants all over this country? Why will you not vote for this budget? I want you to tell your young children tonight. Yes, your young children tonight, if you have any, why you will not vote for this budget. And I can go through all the ministers here, what they have said. Minister of Human Service, taking care of our disabled people, taking care of our needy. We talk about women, and the president spends a lot of time on getting women to work. Imagine your family gets to make more money, because it's not just the husband going to work. The mother can stay home. She can have a home center. No taxes on education. No taxes on health care. No taxes on agriculture. No taxes on agri-processing. And we're going to have a manufacturing boom in this country. Well, as foreign investors, and we are proud and proud and proud of our private sector, Mr. Speaker, the fact that they have delivered for the country. And the president said that's how a country grows. When there's confidence in our economy, our country gets better. When our people gets better, that means we have delivered as a government for our people. And that is what 2026 budget that Dr. Ashley Singh has presented that will bring and continue to deliver for us, to our citizens, for Guyana, everything we have asked for. And I would say it's the most beautiful thing to be a citizen of Guyana. We're proud. Our passports is worth a lot of money. We're not leaving this country anymore. People are begging to come home. I sit in my office every day speaking to investors that are diaspora that says, Peter, how can I come home? How can I be part of Guyana development? I don't want to stay in the United States. It's cold. I don't want to stay in Canada. I want to come home. The British are seeing us, our investment. They've offered us $3 trillion. The USSXM Bank has offered us $2 billion. The president has presented the plan for 2030 and beyond. He has presented a plan that every one of us, every one of you across the aisle will get a chance to develop your business. And you better figure out where you fit. Do not disapprove this budget because you need it. You need to be fitted in our economy, or else you will be left behind. And Mr. Speaker, I don't need extra time. I will end to say that Guyana is a proud country. We are the developer and the next frontier of the world. We are the country that people want to hear about. We will see it in next week or 2 weeks when the energy conference is here. This is our Guyana. Let's work. Let's build it together. Vote this budget. Opposition, we will deliver. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.